Good morning, and we're here again today to paint a little bit. Remember, we're just playing and having fun, and it's so nice to be just to know that there's artists watching. That's what's so nice, and how much we love our painting. I'm gonna we all if you want to grab your sky picture from last week, and after we let it dry, I was really proud of how mine looked just from playing. I love playing. So now, we're like the tool man. We can tweak stuff. So I'm going to go in now and I'm going to like accentuate some things. You just kind of let your eyes let you do a few things that you think might work. And if it didn't work, well, then we'll just maybe lift it up with some water and we'll start again. But I'm going to put a little bit of base down at the bottom here. And again, we paint lightly. We just paint real lightly. And I'm using the same colors we did last week. I've got some purple out, and I'm using the ultramarine blue and my cad red right now, as I'm just putting a little base down. And a lot of water. Don't forget that water, because this is what we specialize in. We love watercolor. I'm going to go to a bigger brush. So don't let yourself get locked into a little brush, because we got lots of brushes in our kit. But what we can do is just sort of put that down, and rinse that out now, and this is how we soften it. Just with some water on that. And that just makes our cloud just a little more pronounced. I'm going to remember we used some orange in this. So I'll put some orange out. And I'll put some of that cad red. And a little pink. I see that pink coming out in there. Pink. All right. Some next colors. All right, now I'm just going to accentuate the next colors. Rinse my brush. I'm going to go in here. I don't want to touch too much, because see, I'm letting this paint itself. In fact, right here where it's light, I'm going to put some water. See how that blends in? And yet I didn't spoil anything. Okay, oh my goodness, I could play with this all day. That's the trouble, I'm one of those kids that they used to get to come to play and they wouldn't leave. Alright, I did a little bit accentuating and a little water for blending. And we can make this picture just we can give it direction. We let it be wild now. It's kind of like a kit. You let it be wild, and then you got to go in there and correct it a little bit. Let me put a little blue sky in here. Put a dot there. The little hole is right there, so I'm just going to use it. Put a little more blue in there. I have to use my fruit blue. We had some of that up here in the sky. So, yes. There's sometimes when you want to wet your paper, and sometimes when you don't. And this time works good. Wet my paper. I'm going to go down here with this little bit of blue again, because it's a beautiful shadow color. And we're so lucky out here. We get to see shadows in our clouds. Okay, I'm going to let that kind of do its thing. See, I have to set it down a little. Okay, I'm going to go up to the top now, with a little bit at the top. So fun to be painting. So fun to paint. Okay, now I'm going to accentuate this a little bit, just to bring out this other little lovely cloud. We had some of these popcorn clouds last night, if anybody saw. The beautiful, beautiful. People are police chasers, or maybe they're a fire chaser. I'm a rainbow chaser. So I chased that rainbow last night, and it was just beautiful. So I'm putting some dark behind this light. I'm going to leave that light spot in there, just to bring out that beautiful, beautiful cloud. If you remember, what we did is we put that color in, and we dropped some color in there. And that dropping that color in, just let it do its own thing. Oh, nice. I'm getting some direction there now. I need something dark up here. So I'm going to go up there with that, I'm going to use that ultramarine blue, and I'm going to put some of that cad red in it, and it's going to make that nice dark see-through color that I like. And you can vary that, you know, you can add more purple, more blue, more red, you know, but that red is very important. This is going to make a nice dark cloud right here. All right. Okay. I'm going to play with this for a little bit, and then we're going to go on and we're going to do some water. We're going to finish that other, this other one on this side that we started, and we just kind of let it stop for a minute. All right. Again, you have to rinse your brush. And I have to keep it clean. I'm just going to give these a little direction right here. I might put a little bit more blue in that hole. Very lightly. This is the blue that the Dutchman, if there's enough blue to wear a Dutchman, to make a Dutchman a pair of pants, then the rain's going to stop and you can go out and play. I don't know, that's what my parents used to tell me. I think it was just a coy to keep me quiet. Good. And rinse. And this over here. Okay, you don't want to mess up that light. This is this light that I just love. Isn't that beautiful light right there? And that was a paint itself thing. Okay, you see how this is kind of collecting up in here? That worked out good too. I'm going to bring this up here. I'm going to give it a little more accentuation right here as I darken that. Okay. Okay, and you know, once we practice with these, if there's, sometimes you have like a part you really like, and you know, you could like, yeah, sometimes what I do is like I'll find a really pretty part, and you could crop it, you cut it out, and write something special on the back for somebody. You know, you could send them a little piece of you. Look at, you know, blue, wishing you blue skies or something, or you know, I hope your storm's over or whatever. Just, you know, just people can really use that right now. So if you have somebody that's home and maybe lonely, go ahead, you know, get yourself out there. And I'll tell you what, they'll be calling you and saying, oh, that meant so much. So just a little, you know, don't throw your stuff away, and don't keep it in a closet. Somebody will say thank you for sending me that. All right, we're going to go over here. If you remember, we had our light spot, and then we put some pink, and then I put some water, and then I did the strokes. I started doing the strokes on the sky, okay? So now what we're going to do is I'm going to pull some color out here. And I think I need, would you be able to grab me a napkin or a paper towel if we have them today? I forgot that. One thing I forgot, but I'm going to, while she's doing that, I have my Lisa here helping me. I'm going to take the color and I'm going to put water on it. Thank you. Water on it. Because the light is coming down on this here. Okay, remember we talked last week about how much that underpainting can give our painting. So this stuff that's underneath here is going to give personality to my painting. And what I'm doing, if you see what I'm doing, I'm lifting some of this color. I put water on it, and I'm tickling it. This is how we tickle. And we wake that color back up. See where I put that water now? I will bring my napkin here, blot that water, and I'm going to pull that color off. And it's coming off a little bit. You see it's lighter where I put the water. That's what I want. on some of these now, I'll hurry this up for you so we can get on to the next stage, because watercolors are a patience deal. But I think I have that about where I want to now. And I'm going to use a napkin. And I'm going to take up some of that color. I'm going to keep it pretty flat too, because I don't want like creases in it, like a cloud or anything. I just want to lift some of the color. And also dry a little. Okay, so now we have, you can see there's that color, how it's actually lightened up again. And we can do that. It would have worked faster if I would have done it right away, but that's okay. We still got some color. I'm going to lift this up a little bit more right here. Take a little bit more. And lift. All right. There we go. Now, I'm going to do a little, I'm going to do some big painting. I need my big brush. And there we go. I'm going to put some hills in here. And so I'll put some land in here, and then we're going to do some water here. Okay? And this is just all, we're just practicing. This is just for fun. Okay? So land colors around here. Let's do some, I'm going to do some green. We do have green still for a little longer, right? And let's get into that yellow ochre. And we're going to get a nice color of a green. And I will probably put some cad red with that. And now I'm going to make some land, okay? We're just going to do some hills back here. And one brush painting is always nice, but if it takes more, we'll just keep on going. I'm going to get a little more color. I put cad red with the green again. And I'm going to put another hill here. I leave a little white line in between, not much, just a little. Okay, now we're going to go down. We're going to get darker as we come forward. Here we go. We'll get a little more green. And a little more yellow ochre. Always rinse. Secret of watercolor. Everybody says, what do you use the water for? Everything. We'll use the water for everything. Okay, I mixed them together. I just kind of, they're blending themselves. But it's going to give my hills different colors. I'll lift my brush up as I thin my line. Get some blue in that as we come down. Get some more. Got all the colors that were on my palette. I just threw them in there. And more of that. All right, look how those just kind of, the hills are painting themselves. Okay, look what I know there's a shadow there. And so now I'm just using that last dark color. And I'm just going under these hills. This is how you watercolor. You just, sometimes you gotta let the colors paint themselves. It's so amazing. Okay, now as we get down to water, we're gonna pull some color down from the land because that will be reflecting in the water. So I'm gonna go across this white spot. Like that. You might have to lift this up a little by blotting. I'm still just using my brush for that. Okay, now I'm going to rinse my brush And I'm going to give it a reflection direction, and that would be pulling it down. And that makes it become a reflection. That's not a piece of the land anymore. I just gave it some direction. All those white spots, one thing about white spots when you do a watercolor, they're really nice. You can go back in and add some little details. I could use a smaller brush and just go back in and touch places with the shadows. Okay, remember now, the less we touch it, the better. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit darker line right here to settle it down. And it always, the dark at the bottom settles your painting down. And that's cool how it's running in there. Let that happen. Go ahead and just let that happen where that runs in there. We like those colors. I can lift some up again too. Okay. Right here, I'm just going to go over that, just kind of blend that in a little more with some water. Right here. It's still wet enough that I can touch it, okay? All right, now we're starting to look like land on water. Isn't that amazing? And then you can go back and you can add your highlights. I'm going to put some more green in it now, so I'll use that green. And I'll use some yellow ochre. Green. And I'm just going to get that nice light green color that I'm going to highlight these hills with. Just put a little highlight on it. Use a little more yellow ochre. We got the fields of all color, fields of gold, fields of green. So I'm letting the painting paint itself. And I know these colors work because I played with my paints a lot. And these are some colors that I know. But after you play with your paints, you'll find some colors that you'll like, okay? I'm going to go to my fan brush now. And I wanted to especially do the water for you today. Got some clean water. And I'm going to use my fan brush. Let's see, I'll use this one. I'll get in to get this water going now. I'm going to get in some a darker. We've got our undercolor, which, you know, like I told you, those undercolors are going to play a lot of, they mean a lot in your painting. I'm going to put green. I'm going to put ultramarine blue and a little purple. And I'll test it out sometimes on my napkin just to see what it looks like. I'm going to put a little more water in that, get a little lighter. Now what we do for our water is we need to pull in from the sides. And we pull it in. And you go right over that light spot. I can also turn my brush this way. Okay, don't forget your brush has lots of different sides you can use, and they're very important. Pulling in a little darker now. See how that separates? It's just amazing what watercolor can do. I'm going to use my flat edge and turn it sideways, just straight. And I'm going to put a water line in there. Bring it up. How about this way? A little bit more dark. Ooh, we got a nice dark there. I like that purple a little bit. Get a little more of that. Just touch that. Just gotta touch it. Make sure it's not too much. Like that purple. I'm gonna go one more time. Get a little darker. Turn my brush sideways. All right, we're working on a true watercolor here. I'm going to go back to the sky now, which is totally dry from last time. Let's put some mountains in there. So I'm going to go to purple. Purple Mountain Majesties. And green. Purple and green. Well, that's going to make a nice gray. Two colors. And I'm going to add my ultramarine. Okay, and we're going to put some mountains in. And paint it some. The reflection. I'm rinsing my brush. And I'm going to just try to recreate these mountains right here. Just by looking at them. Sometimes you have to turn the picture upside down a little bit too. See through mountains. See right through the mountains. All right, my little bit of drips, that's okay. I'm just going to use my brush. All right. That was so fun. Remember, take it easy on yourself and just let yourself have fun, because this is how you learn. Put a little darker right there. Alright, so now we got the water reflection and the thing. So now let's see if I can finish that sky. Turn it upside down. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that sun more pink. Just a little more pink. Remember what I put under there should still be showing through. I'm going to go ahead and get some sky blue. Try to make it lighter as I go out. So how do I do that? I put water with it. Okay, where the sky meets the land, it'll get lighter. So rinse my brush, and I'm just going to bring this down with just water. And I have to tickle it. So it's not a hard line. We don't want a hard line in there. And you got to kind of be quick with blue, because blue will leave you a hard line. taking on a personality. You know, sometimes your watercolors have to think about what they are. Used to have a lot too. I worked out a lot. So there's kind of some bumps here, but that's okay. We were playing. All right. I hope you're learning something from that. That when this dries, this will be lighter in this area, and we'll have darker on the sides. And that's a real watercolor. You can, if you want to, you take your same color in your sky, and once this is dry, you can give it another glazing. And I'm just using light blue water, and it just brings your water alive. It just really does. It really makes it look like water. Very good. I hope you learned something from that. And I'm going to go on to do another, just do another glazing for this next time, and then we'll come back and finish it. Okay? Nice seeing you, everybody. Okay, we're getting some real watercolor there.